your fuel price goes up, your logistic cost will go up, your generator fuel cost will go up because there's a load shedding, you have to run generator, which is 3-4 times higher in cost. And then air issue, prone working environment, it is more and more the reason being, जब पेट खाली होता है तो ये सारे प्रॉब्लम होते हैं. पाकिस्तान में there is a poverty, so you need job issues. So people, when they don't have anything to eat, they will create problem, and you have to face that. And you don't say that this is a country of all issues, because these issues are reality. Anywhere in the world, if it happens, it will happen like that. I need to manage it. And then rail logistics, which is a weak link in Pakistan. You all know, I don't have to talk about that. In developed countries, they always have good rail logistics. We don't have here. Natural calamities, you already know, Pakistan is prone to earthquake, to floods. So these are the reality and how you prepare yourself. I have a presentation towards the end on risk, supply chain risk, where I will try to present all these things. Reputation issue. This is one of the learning here, you know. Sometimes this affects you because of many things. Say you send a product in the market and there is something wrong with this artwork, something wrong with this quality, something wrong with doing logistics, some accidents, and that it comes to your reputation, that this company's product has behaved in this way in the market or that way in the market, how you manage it. So that's again is a skill required to be acquired by supply chain professional, especially in Pakistan. So thank you very much. We will engage more during the day. Thank you.
Really very informative. I never knew that supply chain management is about so many other things that I had initially thought it was actually about. It was very informative. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Paul Lim, who is the founder, president, Supply Chain Asia, is not here physically, but he has sent a message for us. Mr. Paul has worked for more than 20 years in the logistics and supply chain industry, gaining experience covering operations, business development, corporate and strategic management, as well as IT and supply chain solutions. His message will be read by Mr. Anwar Nizami, who is the General Secretary, Supply Chain Management of Pakistan, Supply Chain Association of Pakistan.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening, good morning everyone. You know, it is really wonderful to see over 200 supply chain professionals sitting under one roof without their laptops and, you know, in a relaxed mood. So I hope you guys definitely enjoy the whole day. Before I actually read out Paul Lim's message, I would like to give you a little bit insight about what SCAP is planning to do with SCA, you know, in near future. Actually, we started communicating with SCA a few months ago with the objective to give SCAP a regional and you know, role and provide opportunities to a member to and to interact with regional players as well as provide platform where they can share experience and knowledge. Actually, the area which we are working right now with SCA is designing and conducting training courses, you know, jointly, identifying quality speakers, trainers, and specific topics, exchange of market information, exclusive discount offer to the members for the expo training conferences organized by either organizations, benchmarking exercises, headhunting, verification of credentials of potential business partners, joint conferences and seminars, working with respective chambers, governments for building framework, etc., building case studies and general networking and trade delegation exchange. So I would like to read out Paul Lim's message, and I quote, President of Supply Chain Association of Pakistan, Council members, ladies and gentlemen, let me first send my deepest apologies for not being able to join all of you in this exciting networking event in Pakistan. I certainly want to take this opportunity to wish all of you 2 great days of networking, sharing, and learning from one another. Supply chain and logistics in Asia has undergone several transformations over the last 2 decades. When I first joined the industry in early 1990s, the world logistics was just being used, and most people were still stuck to the terminologies of materials planning, warehousing, transportation, and inventory management. Today, logistics and supply chain are strategic tools used by many world-class multinational corporations to create competitive edge in a world of highly complex network of material sourcing, semi-processing of product manufacturing, and final packaging before distribution to the ultimate consumers. For the past few decades, consumerism were terms used by Europeans and Americans to mean the huge consumptions economies. With Europe struggling to cope with its own financial crisis, and America is still trying to pick themselves out of the financial debacle they brought to this world in 2009, Asia has been able to make the mental and continue growing. Consumerism in Asia is a rising trend, and it is already a known fact that India and China together will form the biggest consumer markets in the next decade. And as more Asian countries thrive on economic developments, we can expect Asia to challenge the two dominant regions for attention from manufacturing companies and giving us first priority when they launch new products. It would be great to hear that the latest iPad or iPhone will be launched in Asia first instead of selected countries in Europe and USA. However, this trend is not far away, as many of the latest shows today open in Asia, technically ahead of the USA. The Marvel's Avengers was opened to many Asian countries early this month, the same day it was opened in USA. Supply chain and logistics remain the key challenge to many companies in Asia who has yet to fathom its considerable impact on the bottom line and add to the comparative edge of the company they manage and run. This is particularly true to many Asian growth companies, unlike their Western counterparts who understand the strategic element of the well-managed supply chain. Many Asian companies are still treating this as a cost center. The reluctance to invest in talent and innovation is one of the reasons for the slow growth in this industry in general. There's a growing need for organizations such as Supply Chain Association of Pakistan to bring more knowledge to the community of Asians, professionals and companies. The lack of innovation adoption in our industry as well as talents are often attributed to the fact that there's a lack of sharing and promotion of what industry is all about. Like SCAP, Supply Chain Asia seeks to connect